So welcome back to another Mitchell's Aircooled Garage. Hope you enjoyed the last video of us going to the show and then finally seeing Marcus's and Chris's split. Today we're back on the panel van. Parts finally turned up this morning, so we can actually start getting cracked on. We've got the battery tray to do. Still got the seals to do. Well, there's loads to do, as you know. So, but yeah, let's see what we got. So let's have a look at what we got then. So, first box. It's like Christmas every time with this build. Anyone who's restoring one will know. The countless panels. First item, battery tray. Ideal, perfect. So get that fitted at some point. And next we got, so another unwrapping. This one's a bit well wrapped, isn't it? I have to cut this one. So finally got them out. So yeah, because obviously we want to keep the doors because it's got so much sign writing on them. I've got the two repairs for the lower doors, so we can get, take the doors off and flip them over, cut them out, and put these new sections in. So yeah, pretty happy with that. So we got one more item. I did order something for the split, and that's for the indicators, because the indicators are messing around like you would have seen on a previous video. So yeah, let's get the final bit out and then go from there. So this should be the rear section we're waiting for behind the rear panel. And yeah, there it is. See, I'm still undecided if I'm going to replace this whole section or just cut it and then rejoin it together, because the other side is solid, so it'd be a shame to get rid of original metal and we don't need to. Fair play, they like wrapping good. Good. There we are, quite a big section. It is great that they make all these new panels to keep them on the road. Obviously we're all in the same passion for them, and we all want to see them on the road. So yeah, let's get this fitted. So what I think I'm going to do is raise it back up. On the previous videos, if you watched before, obviously we only tick screwed this on. We put one there and one there just to get the position of the rear quarter. So yeah, I'm going to lift it up in the air now, and then we'll take that off. Then we'll see about repairing that section. But a few comments about the ramp that we use. It handles up to 3.5 ton. We've had it for years now, but it's great. They are really good. So yeah, if you want to get one of those, I wouldn't recommend them enough. Plus, you can sink them in the floor, or you can move them around the workshop. So, and they really are good. So yeah, let's get it lifted up. So just going to take these self-tapping screws out now. Like I said, it's a good idea, if you want to get panels lined up before you finalise welding them in. Good little tip. So that should now come off like that. Then we reveal what we've done before. So I don't have to replace this whole back section, to be honest. Obviously it's severely corroded here, severely corroded along there as well. So yeah, I think it might be best if we try and repair that, or what the time is going to take us to do this section, it's probably best to change the whole thing. So it's a big job, but it will be worth it in the end. We hope. So I've decided that I'm going to piece it in, I think. It just seems crazy to cut all the original paint out, repairing all this in here. This is all solid, so as you can hear. So this is the most rotten part, and then in here I'll just replace all that. I just think it's, it's a bit silly getting rid of all that, and it's nice to keep the original stuff, as we all know. So yeah, what I'll do then is now I'm just going to get this panel, mark it out exactly what we want, and piece that from there to there. So that'll be a new section, and then there's a small little hole here, and this, which we are going to replace in that as well. So that'll be all fresh along there, fresh there, and I'll just rust treatment all the rest of it here. So yeah, let's crack on with that. First of all, let's get this cut. So what I'm going to do, I've just measured. So the latch bolts here, I'm going to measure. I've measured the ones that are on the bus there. So it's saying 170 from that. So that should be there. So obviously I'll double check all these measurements, but yeah, this is how I'm going to do it. So it looks pretty good. So now I'm just going to go and have a look at and measure the other section and see how we get on from that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to square this down. Saying that doesn't look very square. I guess it is square. Yeah, we're going to square this down. Why does that not look square? Better if we come from this way, I think. Even that doesn't look very square. It's either these panel cuts or I do not know, but that does not look square to the eye to me. So cut that along there. Always, like I've done before in the previous videos, always allow for more material, and then if you haven't got enough, then you can always, if you haven't got enough, obviously it's too late, but if you have got more than what you need, you can also trim it back and you haven't got to add material. So it's one little tip I would say, if anyone is restoring one or doing any metal work, just always allow for that little extra section. And yes, let's get this cut off. So yeah, I'm very happy with that again. Really great cut in there. Lips into the arch, perfect. So all in there. You can see that finish there. Really happy with how that is. And then obviously that's going to be pushed back. And I'll swage it in there and then weld it all together. Probably put a couple of spot welds in here and here, and then some in there. Yeah, really happy with that. So get it all prepped up and then grind it in and finish up and see how we go, and then we can start on this side. So I'm just doing a series of spot welds along here. I'm just going to carry it on round as far as I can get the drill. So on there. There, so all the way along there. I've put the two in there as well, so that'll tie this panel and this panel together. And then we'll be able to put this panel obviously back on, series of spot welds along the back, and then a series of spot welds all the way along the front, along here, which how it was from the factory. So that go like that. Obviously, once you've addressed this hole here. So going to grind all the edges off now, so it's good for welding, and then we'll go from there. So really happy with that. Spot welded it onto there when it gets in focus. That's absolutely perfect. It's like flush. Spot welded all around here and solidly welded down and across there. This side I'm just about to do now. I've drilled it all out ready for the spot welds, and then I will do the same thing, weld down, etc. And then we can address this end here. So I'll do that, and I'm going to try and get the back panel on, and then we'll go from there. So let's do a bit more welding. So got the both sections welded. You can probably see there and the other side. I'm just going to go. Well, I've just sprayed them, so I'm just like priming inside, so just to protect them from the inner and on the out. So yeah, just going to basically finish off, clean it all up, and then I'm going to then put the back panel on, which you've got to do a load of spot welds again. So I'll get those all spot welded up, and then the back end is getting there now. I mean, battery tray is going to be the next job on the back, and then do that section is what I was showed you earlier, you know, where below the rear light. So get that done, and then it's going to be the other side of the arch, and then we'll move our way to the front. We still need to get those arches. So if anyone has a set of front arches for a late bay with the steps, put in the comments, and I'm happily to buy some off you. So I'm looking for some. So also a rear body cut, you know, above the engine. I'm also looking for that too. So if anyone has any of those, just DM me or whatever, or find me on Instagram under Patina Slug, and then yeah, we can sort a deal out. So I've got a series. I've got to do a series of holes in this, so that's the next job. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of drilling out. I'm probably going to mark them out so it doesn't warp the steel, and just do them all evenly. Because when I cut it off, there was quite a lot to do to take off anyway. So yeah, yeah, like I said, it's really nice to see it taking shape. It's real solid on the back now. It's a lot stronger. All the rot's been cut out on each corner. I'll do that other section as well with the rot cutting out. But once we all do that, I'm then going to show you what Dad's been doing in the week. Someone that follows me, or most of you that follow me on Instagram, will see what he's been at. But I'll show you. It's pretty impressive with the sign writing. So yeah, I can't wait for it all to be the same colour, sign writing showing, on the road, all terrains. It's just going to be awesome. So yeah, again, just while we're at this section, just want to say thank you again for the support. Really is good. You know, it's good for me, and it's good to give back to the Volkswagen community. So yeah, stick with me and let's do a little bit more fabrication. So I think what I'm going to do is just mark these holes out. So they come in 20mm on the ends, and then 20mm. Then I'm going to find the center. So that's that. Find the center. I think I'm going to do them every 100mm between, and see how that does with warping, etc. I don't want to do too many. So every 100mm, and then the ones that are in the center. So the top again is going to be, do the 20mm again. and then hook it on the end. 100, 200, 300, 400. I'm going to come from that other side. Do the 20mm in, and then 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So that should give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the two ones are done up there. So 22 spot welds. I think that's enough, and then we do the sides, and then I think I'm going to seam seal the two ends together so that keeps those nice and snug. So yeah, let's get drilling out. So as you can see, they're all drilled now all the way along, and I've cleaned them up with paint so the weld goes through, and we've got the holes at the top too, all cleaned off. So yeah, let's get it back on there. So what I'm going to do again, I think, is if I can find them, well, we have to get some new ones if so, but just going to get that in position how it was before. Oh, you get a good fit. So there and there. I'm just going to get a pair of mole grips, clamp those two together like that, and then I'm just going to have to get a couple more fixings from over here, if I can find them. Where are they? Looks like they've got legs as well. So I managed to find them. Do you know what? Whenever you're trying to find something, does it happen to everyone else? You see them, and then I swear they got the legs and they walk off. But yeah, we got them now. So like I said, I've clamped this together. I'm going to put a series of clamps along there. I've put the self-tapping screw in there. Good thing with doing the screws is you can sort of pull the panel like in and out with the thread. Just make, but obviously I need to go quite tight with this at the. Didn't see that, did I? It means I'm gonna have to take it back off, and I've got to grind a little small section out of here. Getting ahead of myself there, wasn't I? It's going too easy. So I just need to take. I had to do it the other side too. Just a small little section out to allow the panel to go back. So yeah, I better take these off again. Put those on there this time. Let's see if they walk off. So that's the back off again. And I just got to grind this small section out of here, so I'll do it with a flat disc. So let's get some eye protection on, and let's go for it. So I've got a series of mole grips along the bottom. I'll probably move them along as I'm tacking it up. Probably start like this corner, that corner, one in the middle, and then work my way out so it doesn't warp the panel. Yeah, these are the self tappers I was talking about. Just put in there to make this section here together tight. And obviously we'll weld those holes up there and there. But yeah, I'm really happy with this actually. Considering, you know, it's my first sort of panel build. Done a bit of fabrication on these before, but yeah, this is, you know, I'm not a fabricator like I said in the other videos, but it's what it's all about, I guess, having a go. And yeah, hope you guys are still enjoying it. So double check this fits. Nice, perfect. So yeah, let's get these welded in. So yeah, it's another good shift on the bay. We've got then the two inner sections of the back of that panel and the rear bottom panel valance all back on now. Sort of seam seal a little bit along the top, just where the welds, obviously where it's rippled, where I took the old spot welds out before. It's just a few little gaps. I'm just going to seam seal all the way along there, so it's just a nice finish. And then we're going to go and then just fill the bottom holes, and then I'm just going to obviously primer it all back in. I'll do that another time. I'm in the garage now, so yeah, the last little bit, but yeah, pretty happy with that. Valance, yeah, lights in, just not in, but just gives you the real look of what it's going to look like. Like I say, I come here midday today. We had another day off, so wanted to do a few bits this morning. Got a indicator relay for the split, and it's the wrong one, so I couldn't get on with that. And then had a few bits to do at home, so I thought I'd come in midday and just a couple of extra hours on the bay. So let's lower it down now, and I'm gonna show you the sign writing. So yeah, the pictures really don't do this justice. I can't believe how well the blue has come up. If the whole bus is going to turn up like that, I mean, wow, that's going to look pretty sweet. So yeah, let's I'm gonna turn the camera around and let's have a look. So here it is. So the camera's not really picking it up, but you can. It is so smooth, and the shine. I don't know. You can see the shine there. There you go. Look, there's my phone in it. It is super shiny. I can't believe how preserved the sign writing is. Look at that. Honestly, I'm so happy with that. You just think the whole bus, that original blue, like all over, get rid of this other blue and get this through. Get this on the other side. It's so awesome, honestly. It's like super smooth. You know, you can see a reflection of the paint. This is the original blue here, which is, well, you can hear how shiny it is now. You can see myself in there. Yeah, Dad's done a great job of that. I'm absolutely over the moon with that. I mean, we could go a little bit more, but I think this sort of style, the way it is, I think it's just going to suit the van perfect. And if you stand back here, like a full, so I mean, it's just going to really suit the bus. So next, I think Dad said he's going to go the other side, and then obviously we got this on the doors that we're going to have to try and get out. And then it's, you know, there is a lot of work to be done, but still excited to get this thing on the road. So let me know if you're still enjoying the project. It seems a lot of you are, and hopefully it gets you out to go and buy one of yours, you know, one for yourself. But yeah, I think progress is going quite well. Quite happy with that. Until the yeah, this is the next job I'm going to do. Obviously that, get that infilled, and then I'm going to get this rear arch sorted out. And then I think I'm going to move on the front to have a break from the back, and then we'll have to start the interior. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this another episode. Just break up again. Obviously we've done a split one, and then we've gone to the shows, and obviously done the compare video of Marcus and Chris's split, which everyone's enjoyed. I actually really enjoyed doing that one. So I've had a few messages to say, oh, can I go and feature their buses? And you know, I'm really up for that. So yeah, just like, comment, and subscribe. A lot of people are watching it. Again, not a lot of people subscribing, but I really appreciate the views and love reading all the comments. So yeah, we're going to catch you on the next one. I was going to go to Cafe Nation tomorrow. It's not looking that way now, which I'm absolutely gutted about. But you know, things change, and that's just how it is. So I guess there'll be another video in midweek. I think I'm going to do it next Friday. We're going to do a bit more on this, get that rear section done, get the arch done, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, thanks again. Tune in for Mitchell's Aircooled Garage, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.